Hi there, my name's Gary Hammond, and this morning I'm going to take you through the process of preparing some white fondant that I purchased from our local bakers. This is the type of fondant that would go on the top of iced buns and donuts and Chelsea buns, that type of stuff. It's not icing that would go on the top of cakes, birthday cakes, that type of stuff. So it's just white fondant, and all that is made up of is sugar, glucose and water, so very straightforward. I'm going to divide that up into 12 and place the contents into these plastic containers. These are just takeaway tubs, come with a lid so you can store your fondant for as long as you need. So without further ado, let's crack on, open up the fondant and pop it into the tubs. Okay, I've taken the fondant out of the box now and unwrapped it. So what we're looking at doing is dividing this up into 12. So we can mark the top out with a very sharp knife. So that's into 2. That would be 4, 8, and yeah, that gets us to 8, which is not what we're looking for. What ideally we'd want is to subdivide this into about blocks yay big. So divide that into thirds. It's easier to just score it before you do the slicing and dicing, just to make sure that you're roughly where you need to be. And then it's just a matter of very carefully cutting down through the fondant to get yourself about a 1 kilogram block. Excuse the back of my head. So over here I've got a pair of scales. Put a container on the scales, on and zero it, and then take your fondant. Now if you thought honey was sticky, welcome to the world of fondant. This stuff is really sticky. So that is approximately 1 kilogram, so that one is fine. On to the next block. So it's much easier if you've got a nice sharp knife to get this out. Just a tad over 1 kilogram there, so you can slice a bit off. And put that in the other tray because that one was a bit on the light side. You don't have to be too careful with this. Just getting it down to about approximately just over 1 kilogram. So there's number 2. Number 1's near enough identical. All you need to do is repeat that for the additional blocks. Excuse me while I cough up my arm. Yes, so all you need to do is repeat that process for the rest of the fondant that you have here, decanting it onto the next block. So let's just mark it. I wasn't too accurate marking across the top there, so on to the next one. Let's cut that off. Like so. 1 block, 1 tub. Drop that into there and just a tad over. So cut it off, that'll do us, and then on to the next one. And just keep repeating that process until you've got 12 tubs of equal proportions. The next thing after you've done that is to try and level this. So you've got to try and get this into a condition where there's nothing sticking above the lid. So that is the next operation, and that is going to be the stickiest one of all. So let me just finish off chopping the block up and putting it into the other the other containers. And trying to push this down into the tub is a nigh on impossible job. It's very solid, and you will be there absolutely ages if you're trying to push that down and form that into the shape of the tub itself. But there is a clever little trick you can play. All you need is a microwave oven. Stick a kilogram block into the oven to warm it up, and lo and behold, you will find that it becomes very fluid, and all you need to do basically is just give it a tap, and it finds its own level in the tub. So, as simple as that. Honestly, it's as simple as that. So on with this block. I'm going to stick it in the microwave. Stick it on for a minute. And full power, well, it's an 850 microwave oven. So a minute full power for a kilogram of fondant is enough to make it go nice and liquidy, so that it will find its own level in the tub. Last thing to do is pop the lid on, and that is job done. Okay, here is that block that was just taken out of the microwave after a minute full power. So all you need to do is give it a few taps, and a couple of pressings down, and lo and behold, you've now got another tub of fondant. So, now that you've got the fondant and you've done all 12, how do you go about using these? Well, the way that I feed my bees these is got a crown board. So this is off a nuke, but imagine it's a full-size crown board with the hole in the centre. All I do is pop off the lid, invert the fondant over the top, and then just leave it. What's nice about this is that the bees will come up through the centre, nibble away at the fondant and clean up the tub. So there's very little work you need to do. You can reuse the tub. It's not messy. The bees tend to like it. When you come to do another tub, put another tub on, if they haven't completely filled this, what you can do is very simply slide this one over and then slide a new one on next to it. So you end up with one that they're cleaning up and another tub that they can make a clean start on. And then once they've cleaned this one up, slide this across and take this away, clean it up, and you're ready to reuse this tub for next year. So very simple, very straightforward to do, and hopefully you find that of some use when you come to feed your bees fondant over the winter. 12.5 kilograms of white fondant decanted into 12 takeaway tubs. This is going to be enough feed to take my hives through to early spring, where we may need to continue feeding, depends on the winter and what happens in the spring. But this should get them through, all 6 hives through to the spring, as I mentioned. I hope you have found this video useful, and please feel free to pass on links to friends and other beekeepers. So until next time, my name's Gary Hammond. Bye for now.